You're here at IntellectualRadio.com with Zemrah and her better half, Ed. Here's the life, here's to you, and hope.
Always perfect.
What makes your day so perfect, my brother? Yeah, you make your own day perfect. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Hey, what you want it to be, and that's for sure.
If it is to be, it's up to me.
All right now. So we're here today, and thank God that we are here today. We always say, here's the life. And when you face life, you know what I say. Life embraces you back. So much going on in the world today, and we always say that because that is the truth. Who we have in this country right now that is, I don't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing, and none of us know what he's doing. We just continue to tune in and check out what he's doing and praying that, we survive it all.
Always have.
Yeah, he's doing some reckless things, but we just have to make sure that we keep it moving. I want to talk about right now on top that I am going to be at DuSable a week from tomorrow, which is June 20th, and how fast the time is going. And learn some new music and hoping that you'll be out. It's a wonderful, wonderful event. It's on Wednesday evening, 6 to 9 p.m. Got wonderful musicians joining me this evening. Pierre Poller is the keyboardist and musical director of it. And we got Tony Sanders on drums joining me. And Eric Williams and another brother that's, he's upright bass, excuse me. And then we have a guitarist joining me, and Pierre put that together. So I'm excited about it. We're doing a tribute to Rochelle Farrell, Donna Reeves, Patty Austin, and the lovely Dee Dee Bridgewater. So it's a tribute. I am going to do some of their cover songs, and that's what we're going to do. And some songs that I like, that I love. Those are the songs that I chose. And then, of course, I'm going to incorporate some other songs that I do. So it should be a wonderful, wonderful evening, a wonderful show. And I'm really, really hoping that the weather turns out to be a real, real nice, cozy evening for you.
Oh, the weather's going to be perfect.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The evening is going to be perfect. That's what I said.
Sun's going to be shiny.
Yeah.
Sound's going to be great. Bring your tables and chairs. And have a good time. Bring the family. It's going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, you can bring your food. You can bring your drinks. Let's say it's an adult jazz experience that you'll have.
Outdoor event.
Yeah, so we look forward to seeing you out there. I have some of my CDs out there, Very Irresistible Zemrah, as well as Irresistible Zemrah, and we're going to give some CDs away, as well as we'd like for you to purchase them, and then you purchase one and you get one to give to a friend. We are still working very feverishly to make sure that we get our Love is Possible, and you know it is, CD out, and it does not, the reality of it is it is not looking too good about coming out for 2018 after all. It looks like, and it was also suggested that I lean a little bit more towards Valentine's Day of, the month of February, which is the month of love, for February 2019. So that's what it looks like, because I want it to be right. I want it to be great. I want it to be something that I can be very, very proud of, and that you as well. So dealing with the music thing, sometimes it can take a year. Sometimes it can take a couple of years. You want to make sure that it's right. I don't want to just throw anything out there. I want it to be what I want it to be, because once again, we're dealing with so many originals, again, written by the lovely Pamela Wilkes, and then a couple of them have been written by me. I wrote the title of my CD, Love is Possible. And so I want it to be great. I want it to be...
Well, we want it to be hands and above, better than the last one.
Oh, absolutely. It's got to be. I want it to be superb, excellent, and as we say,
you get better with time.
Off the chain. That's what I'm talking about. And then I want to give a shout out to Bishop Pearson and Gina Pearson's daughter, Majesty.
Oh, yeah.
She was on the 4 this past Thursday, and she won her a
She's
seat,
the winner.
and she was extraordinary. She was one of the no, not a winner, but she was she won the seat.
She stole the
Yeah,
seat.
she got a seat. Yeah, so that's a very very unique new music show that's on, and very competitive, and I really really like that. That was real cool, and she did it up. She was awesome.
She blew.
She was really really has great control and has a voice. She's Hey Majesty, you did a great job, sweetie, and I got my TV on tape to make sure that even if I'm not home, because I'll probably be out Thursday, because I'm trying to get some rehearsals in for this show for next Wednesday. But we got it on tape so we can check you out.
Thursday night, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
Thursday
on
night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Okay, so wanted to throw that out there, and then just just talk a little bit about what's going on, and and just to keep it moving. So what else is happening, Ed? What's happening
Well,
in your world?
well, in my world keeps moving. This is called Here's to Life with Zemrah. We always talk about life. We talk about positive things, things that make your life better, things to correct some of the things and mistakes that you made in life. There's never too late to correct anything because there's no such thing as a mistake you can't correct. So we talk about solutions to problems and basically how we got the way we are. And I always profess that any problems we have, you can solve them because you are the master of your universe. You can do whatever you want. You can change the world, and you start with your world. And then if you change your world, then the other worlds will follow suit.
Yeah.
And I believe that. So, and I watched it manifest itself in my life and in the lives of some of the people that I know. That once we got away from negativity and stopped worrying about what we can't do, and what the problems are, and start talking about solutions, the conversation just totally changed. Then possibilities start popping up, and once you look for them, like they say, if you seek, you shall find. But you have to look for the answers, and the answers are already there, waiting on you to get them. Like they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It's not the other way around. We don't set up school and set up class and wait on students. Student has to be ready and willing to learn. And when they are, then the teacher will come and have to worry about discipline because they're already eager and ambitious and want to learn. And that's what you have to treat like. You have to want it, and it will show up.
You have to want you have to want good for your life.
Right. Whatever it is you want in your life, just want it and just say, I have it. I was born for it. This is my time. I'm going to get it. And keep negativity away and basically negative people out of your life.
And you claim it. Now, this is something when you talk about negativity, and I know that our outside audience and Earl probably can relate to this too. What is up with these tickets? These red light tickets. And then I got a ticket in the mail yesterday. And unfortunately, and God was with me, but I had a car accident a couple of weeks ago. I got a ticket and the car is sitting up, not even working. And I got a ticket in the mail talking about that I was speeding.
Yeah, the insurance company declared the car total loss, and it's sitting up in front of the house, and you got a ticket on it for speeding.
Right. Can you believe that?
That's right.
Can you believe that, Earl? And then I was talking to another gentleman, and he said that he got a ticket in the mail, and he was at home. At the time, they said that he was out speeding. So I think really and truly that what it is it's a racket. And it's a way, and definitely. So I was talking to this lady and she was saying that really what is supposed to happen. I was talking to someone with the insurance company and they were saying that now the way they have it is that you're really they're supposed to have a picture of you in the car. Oh, so really? They can't, so they can't just accuse you of driving. It might not be you. They could have came. They have your address. They could come to your house and take a picture of your plate.
and just say, "Oh, this is her."
Right. No, they can't say it's her. They say that they haven't seen you. So they're supposed to have it now where they take an actual picture of you. So how they're coming up with accusing you, I know myself, even with you, a couple of tickets, red light tickets that you got, you had just come up because they will do this. And I think we talked about this once before, that if you come up and go over that white line, you haven't made a turn, a right turn or anything on the light. And then really you can make a turn on the right as long as it doesn't say up there, no turn between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. You can actually make that turn, that right turn, if no other cars are coming. But they have it where if you go over the white line, you get a ticket.
Well, we need to protest that.
Well, that's what we need to do. And people out there, if you get these tickets, see, a lot of times that people are so quick to pay them because they double. Which is a point now, because they do double to $200. But you have to challenge it.
You should challenge it.
Yeah.
And they can't double as long as you challenge.
Because a lot of them, really and truly, I think they had said that some of them they had even recalled, because I think on a couple of yours you had called and they left a message on their automatic machine, message machine, that do not pay, send the tickets. What did they say?
No, it was a question about the cameras, and the camera itself was under investigation.
Right.
And so it tells you do not pay this ticket until
that's cleared
investigation is cleared up. So in other words, it's a racket. It's a racket's going on to suck money out of the community, out of our community, without us challenging it. And most of us will go ahead and pay because we got enough problems. We're just trying to get to work and take care of children and everything, and we ain't got time to be running back and forth to court.
There it is. So and they know that.
And they know that.
Especially of us. They know we're going to pay them tickets, go on and pay them, because we don't want no license suspended. We don't want no license taken away. We got
enough problems.
Right.
So they try to make it seem like you have no other choice. Like you have no grievances. You can't challenge it. But you can. And you should. As a matter of fact, I challenge every one of them, but make sure you do it on time before they double, because then they take away your option to protest.
Okay, so tell us what has been your result. I've had a pretty good result in challenging it.
Well, the last one I got, I challenged it, and they haven't wrote me back yet.
Okay,
I was supposed to be paid. I'm not paying this, and they took a picture of me sitting in the car. Matter of fact, waiting to pick you up.
Oh, okay.
In front of the building, like everybody does downtown.
Absolutely.
And you have your flashes on. You sitting in the car. I'm sitting in the car waiting to pick you up. And somebody took a picture of you from across the street and left, and sent it in saying I was in violation. And I'm sitting in the car. So if you don't say anything, they were acting like I was parked there.
Oh, wow. Now, the only thing, were you at the bus stop? Were you sitting near the bus stop or right at the bus stop?
No, it was just past the bus stop.
Okay. You probably should have been across the street, sweetie.
Yeah, no, but this goes on every day. This is every day, all day.
Yeah, because
sometimes
especially if you have your flashes
cars
on,
are pulling up, picking up people out of the building.
Exactly.
All evening.
Now that's the one that you're challenging, correct?
Right.
Okay. So that needs to be challenged. So that's all you have to do. Now, in some cases, you win. Some cases, they say
challenge all of them.
At least challenge
to lose.
Because I've done it too and haven't heard anything else back before. Because it really is a racket. It doesn't make sense. It's a city racket. And then some of the southern suburbs are doing the same identical thing. And it's just ways for them to make money and exploit us hardworking people that are just trying to make ends meet and make their day go what they need to do to make their ends meet. And then you have these bills coming in already, and then they have to pay for $100 tickets, and then they double. Well, I'm thinking if you don't want to pay, or you can't afford to pay $100 ticket, you certainly can't afford to do a $200 ticket. So that's ridiculous. If anything, what they should do is make it $100. And then if they got to add maybe $5 or something like that, but to immediately double it to $200 is just complete.
$100 is too much money to be taken out of somebody's household.
That's right. So if $100 is too much, the two is.
It's taking too much money out of the household. They really don't care about anything else. They care about you don't have the ability to buy your kids school supplies or clothes for the summer or winter. You don't care about that. You only have so much expendable income and very little of that.
Absolutely.
If they take $100, that means you can't take the kids to the show, give them a book that they need, or he needs an instrument for school. They don't take that into account.
That's right.
So because the government is not for the people. Laws should be written for the comfort and the quality of life for the people who paid the bill.
That's right.
So if I'm paying you to do something, you're not doing it, then why am I paying you? And you passing laws against me. So
that's right.
The good thing about all of this political uproar is that people are starting to pay attention to their own government. They start paying attention to the representative. They start paying attention to who they elect and get their views and their beliefs on record before they elect them.
Yes.
And that's what the young people are. Movement, the Me Too movement and the young people's movement, they're trying to make you aware, pay attention to government. You've been, let's say, lazy too long, letting somebody else run your life when you should run your own life and be involved in it and know exactly who's doing what with your money.
That's right, because money's too hard to come by. I mean, you work hard for it. You don't need to just give it away. So just a little food for thought on the red light tickets. And then they just make up stuff on even the speeding tickets.
Call your alderman. Call your congressman. Call your state legislature. I mean, these guys, they're not that they super busy.
Right.
So they shouldn't have a problem taking your request or taking your complaint and take it high. But they don't know if you don't.
And definitely they need to make some decisions on those red light tickets and all of that. But they really need to look at when they are ticketing seniors.
They need to eliminate.
That is scandalous. Seniors already that much of an income, and then they're nervous if they get a ticket, and then when they do, they hurry up and pay it. So it's like the senior market is truly hit very, very heavy, because I've talked to several seniors, and I mean, the tickets that they receive is just outlandish. So we really need to speak up about that. We really need to write in about it. And like you said, we do need to talk to our aldermen and the mayors, and they need to make a difference. They need to get up off of that, because it's enough problems in the world without those type of problems. Find other ways to mooch and to get some money and stop trying to rip us off.
Yeah, here's some homework. Get a piece of paper and find out who your senator, your congressman, your state legislator, your alderman, and your precinct captain. Find out what their names are and their phone numbers. And since we have all of this time on our hands to play with our phones and video games, so make some phone calls. If you don't do anything but complain, call them up and let them know that you're alive and that you have a problem. And whether they do anything about it or not, that's none of your business. Your job is to complain. Your job is to make note and make a record of your complaint and call them, let them know that you are out here and you're watching. Make a complaint, call them. I don't care what it is. Call them and complain.
Yeah, but don't say it's none of their business. It is their business. That's why you're telling them to address it. They want solutions.
I say if they do anything about it or not, start out by making sure you complain, you call, and you put in the complaint, and you voice your opinion and your displeasure for anything that you find going wrong. Call them and let them know you are out here.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, you're here at Intellectual.com with Zemrah and Ed. Here's the life with Zemrah. We'll be back. That's got shall get, them that's not shall lose. But the Bible says, and it still is new. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Well, the strong get more while the weak ones fade. And empty pockets down, they never ever make the grade. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own. Oh, that's got his own. That's got his own, yeah. and you got lots of friends, and they come crowding around your door. When all the money's gone and all the spending is, they don't come around anymore. More rich relations may give a crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't you go and take too much. No, mama may have, papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Well, when you got money and you got lots of friends, and they come crowding around your door, and when all your money. We're back at IntellectualRadio.com with Zemrah. Here's the Life. We're just talking in general today, reminding you again, I'm Ed Dusable. This coming Wednesday from 6 to 9, a week from tomorrow, rather, opening up their jazz series. I'm really looking forward to that. So make sure that you come on out, support me. I understand that we're going to have a really, really nice crowd. And again, I know that it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. So we were just talking about the red light ticket issue, and how we need to, Ed was suggesting and saying that you need to speak up about that. Need to check with your alderman or your mayor or your precinct captain. You need to find out who's in charge and who could help to bring the community together. You could really probably get sort of an idea in the community of how many tickets that people have been getting and kind of compare, because sometimes it can be neighborhood or something that is being focused on as far as getting those tickets.
It's in the thousands of dollars.
Yes.
When I was at the DMV and people were there.
Oh, people lined up around the corner.
They owe thousands, $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 for tickets.
And the problem is, and the terrible part of it, is that you can lose your license. They will suspend your license.
Right. It prevents you from
and so
going to work.
So therefore, we know that if they do that, then people are going to hustle up to do whatever they can to pay those tickets because they have to have their license.
Right.
So that is the threat that they give with that. So it's real. It's kind of deep. It doesn't make sense. And then another thing, too, that I wanted to talk about is something that I was talking to someone, and we're just going to touch a little bit on people that might be in a home or an apartment and not really and truly be aware of mold. Mold is something that can be growing in your home, the spurs, and you might not have any idea about it. You might feel sick. It affects your joints. It affects your even the thinning of your hair. It can affect your skin. It can affect your pancreas. Mold can be very, very deadly and affect your whole system. And you wonder what is going wrong. And people don't know that.
So you can be sick and don't know what's going on.
You don't know. So if
there's no smell.
There's no, well, a lot of times because mold comes from dampness. You can have had rain, and then you could have moved into an apartment that has suffered dampness, a lot of dampness, and you might not really, again, know what it is. But usually after a while, there is a stale smell that can be in an apartment or home or a business or something, and you really and truly don't know what it is, but you know that just something is not right. Mold tends to grow in your bathrooms, older bathrooms, or bathrooms that have not been very well kept. So be aware of that. they have mold inspectors. Matter of fact, my brother is a mold inspector, but you want to get that checked out because mold can eventually wear and tear even on your organs and really, really take you out. So be aware if you have dampness, you've had a lot of water. A lot of times that can happen in homes, it can happen in businesses. And if you're not really aware of that, you can become very, very sick and not even really know. Even this is something, mold can even cause Alzheimer's.
Really?
I've did some research on that, and it is amazing the illnesses it can cause. Fibromyalgia for women. It is just unspeakable. And if you Google and if you look it up, it will really, you'll be astounded what mold, that green and black mold is really the worst. If you feeling nauseated and you're vomiting or you're having you thinking that it's an allergy, but it's not really possibly an allergy. And they have certain tests, a certain test that you can take. And I'll get that name. I had it, but I don't.
Yeah, I was really about to ask you about is there a test to test for mold? Because mold is
because you can have mold poisoning and not know
airborne spores that's in the air, and you can't detect or you can't see it, but there is a test for it that you can purchase at some of the local home supply stores like Home Depot, Menards, and Lowe's.
Well, I think Lowe's has one that you can test, but it's a procedure, and then you have to mail it off. And I think that's like $40. So they have it where they have certain sprays. They have different. They have procedures where you can. I think one thing they have where you can set it down and on the floor, and if it turns black or
any spores start to grow in it, then you know you've got mold.
Exactly. But you have to, it's something that you might want to do that and might test because it can save a life. You have your children around, and if you're steadily inhaling that and not knowing what it is, but it causes a lot of aches and pains. As a matter of fact, it can cause flu symptoms, and you think you might be coming down with the flu, or again, you might think that you're coming down with an allergy when really it is coming from mold.
So you think you can't shake this allergy, and actually you've got mold poisoning.
Exactly. So you might want to look at doing a detox. They have detox teas. They have some herbs that you can take that will help, but mold poisoning in the system is nothing to play with. It can absolutely damage organs in your body. So, we just kind of, we always like to kind of, our show is built around life. We say, here's the life. So we try to give you information that can, keep life going within you, keep your life lifted, keep your life
healthy,
and so you can stay healthy. So we say that, make sure that you check that out, because again, you might think that it's something else, and it can truly be mold. And also they say bleach is good. You can, spray, get a bottle and spray. But if it's really, really in the walls, it might be in the corners or something of it. Mold grows behind the wall. It grows under tile, and you just have no idea. You just, and bathrooms are notorious for it. So just, keep a lookout for it. Like your basements, make sure you keep your basements dry. Just keep note and be watchful, because mold can be truly deadly, and especially black mold. So that's just a word of health, a word of advice, and just be mindful and check it out. You are here with Zemrah and Ed. It's just a life with Zemrah at IntellectualRadio.com. We'll be back shortly. Everything must
change. Nothing stays the same. Everything must change. 'Cause nothing or no one goes unchanged. The young become the old, and mysteries do unfold. But that's the way of these times. Yes, everyone and everything's got to change. For there are not many, many things right here in this life that we can be so very sure, except raindrops from the clouds. The sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds they fly. Now winter turns to spring. A wounded heart must heal, but never much too soon. Yes, everyone and everything's got to change. The young become the old, and mysteries do, all mysteries they unfold. But that's the way of these times. Yes, everyone and everything got to change. For there are not many things right here in this life that we can be so very sure, except raindrops from the clouds, and the sun lights up the sky.
Okay, you're back here at IntellectualRadio.com with Zemrah and Ed. And we are here every Tuesday from 6 to 9 from 6 to 7. I'm thinking about my show next Wednesday. Yeah, we're here every Tuesday from 6 to 7, and hopefully bringing you some good information that you can, take in and, get something from it. We were just talking, on the break about these suicides that happened last week. And just to let you know that money evidently is just not everything. And I guess the average person knows that, because there's so many people that seem to be troubled. They have money to burn if they wanted to, and they're just not satisfied, and because they just can't find, I guess, the love, or they can't find someone that they can trust or feel comfortable with. And so we say that, like Kate Spade, I just couldn't believe. And then she leaves a 13-year-old daughter behind. The cook. The chef leaves an 11-year-old child behind. We say, what kind of example is that? So it's just sad when, people have a good life and then they end their lives, and you think, what for? Why? But then you never know what's going on in a person. So that's why we were talking a while back, even, that if you feel a sense of any type of urgency to take your life, look at that and find out what it is, or seek that help, and don't ever feel like you're crazy or something. Seek that help. and see if you can find a solution rather than end a precious life, because it just, I mean, it's a waste.
Well, that's not something we do in this country. That is value life. From day one, we're actually and subconsciously taught how cheap life is. Subliminally, that's what we are telling our kids. With
Definitely, when you take your life.
I mean, with the movie, that's our entertainment. Somebody getting killed is our entertainment. It is.
Yeah, but they didn't get killed, baby. They took their lives.
Yeah, but death is death. Death is death.
I think it's a little different when you take your life as opposed to someone killing you. To take your own life, that takes a lot. That's got some guts to do that. To shoot yourself, hang yourself, take some medication, and just take yourself out. That's got to be. You got to be pretty distorted, or I mean, really disgusted with life, your life.
But then you've just lost hope.
Well, usually that's what it is.
Hopeless people do that because they don't understand life itself. That life is, there is no such thing as no hope, because everything is possible. No matter what you're going through, you can get out of it.
Absolutely.
It will pass. Everything will pass eventually. You're taking this life too seriously.
Yeah, because we say any day above ground is a good day.
It's a good day for me.
Maybe one day wasn't too good. Maybe the next day wasn't that good. Hey, maybe the week was not that good. But truly, as long as you've got life, and the next day, you can always turn it around. That is the blessing, that we always have an opportunity to change. I think one of the things is that people have a problem with change. They don't ever want to change. They don't want to even try to change. But when you have another day that God blesses you to wake up and see another day, you can change anything about your life that you really want to, if you have the desire to.
Yeah, why would you kill yourself over money, over another person, over a circumstance, over a job? I can't think of anything I want to kill myself.
Well, that money and all that wasn't their issue.
Whatever the issue was.
Yeah, because Kate Spade, I mean, their purses and all her stuff has just zoomed right on up in price now. I mean, just skyrocketed. I mean, she has a beautiful fragrance. I mean, she had beautiful handbags. I mean, but then once again, if you're looking for love and you're not finding it, or you're feeling empty inside, we never ever really know what could be going on in someone's head. But we say to you that don't let anything take your mind over. Control your own mind, control your own behavior, and control your life.
Yeah, but how can you control something that you already have? I mean, how can you want something that you are? How can you want love when you are love? How could you want more life when you are life?
Well, everybody doesn't understand that you are
the
life.
Creator.
Right.
You change whatever you want to change. So why would you say, I want friends? Well, you are a friend. He said, well, I want to love. That's what you are. You came here as that. So what are you looking for? What you're looking for is looking for you. You are it. You just trying to pass it off on somebody else and trying to get something that you already have.
Right.
So but we never taught that. We never taught from a childhood that you are the center of the universe. You are the creative force in the universe, because you were created by a creator, so you are created. So whatever you don't have, you can create. That you can, whatever it is you think you don't have, and you think that you're alone, you're never alone, ever. I don't care if you're in the desert by yourself, you're never alone. This world belongs to you. You were created to run it, and you were created to change whatever needs change in this world. Just you. You don't need a validation from somebody else.
Well, you can change whatever. I always say that you can change whatever it is in your life to make the difference.
But when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So therefore, when you change what you're looking at, when you change the way you look at other people or your circumstances, change the way you look, you can do that. But most people when they get depressed because they think they have no effect on change. They think they have powerless over their life. And life is just taking them over and taking them someplace they don't want to go, and they don't want to go there.
But I think what I am curious about is what makes a person that basically, and then I guess you just don't really know, but I'm just curious that someone that has so much, God has blessed them with a gift and money and fans and fame, fortune. What would make a person want to end them in their life? I just don't understand that. What could it be? But then, again, you're not in someone's head nor their heart, so you don't know what they're going through, what they're feeling, because you can have all the money in the world, but if what you're really and truly seeking or feeling inside, if something is really missing where you still don't feel fulfilled or complete, then you take another avenue.
If all you have is money, something is missing. If you think that if I become monetarily successful, a lot of my problems will go away, that's not true, because you're still dealing with you. You are the only constant in your life. Wherever you are, you're there. Whatever you're going through, you're in it. So it's got to be you. That's the problem. We do not put responsibility on the individual for their own lives. We take it away and say, we'll do it for you. We can get other people to vote for you, run your city for you, raise your children for you. But it's basically it's your job to do that. Yeah. So you've given responsibility over to other entities, to other outside forces are controlling you, and you allowing it, because they can't do it unless you allow it.
Right.
But you are the driving force in your life. You don't need any help from anybody else except yourself. And if you carry yourself a certain way and understand that, whatever you need will be given to you.
Now that's true.
So I can't understand. If I am in so much pain and so lonely that I was going to kill myself because I want to go to the next level and avoid this, to me, that's a coward's way out. To me.
Yeah.
When you understand the totality of life and expand that life never really ends, and that if you take away this life, you're still alive. You're still alive in another dimension. You're still going to be alive. So what are you doing? You're saying something, I'm giving up on this challenge of this life on this plane. I'm giving up on that. But that's what your job when you came here, was to change this level. You're going to the next level anyway. Nobody ever really dies, because nothing in the universe dies. It changes form. It changes its texture. It changes dimensions. It changes a lot of things, but it cannot not exist.
Right. So we say that, as I always say, you embrace life. Life will always embrace you back. You have to be conscious, take care of yourself, take care of those around you, treat people like you want to be treated, and just love is always a wonderful route to go. And it doesn't matter who it is, even if they don't really love you back, you love them and embrace them. And it just comes back, what you put out. And that's why I love Here's to Life so much, because all you give is all you get. And I just say, give it all you got. We're here at IntellectualRadio.com. Make sure that you tune in. Katie Love is ahead of us from 5 to 6. And we always have someone great, I know, that's coming behind us that would be from 7 to 8. So we always, as we always say, we thank Earl Winfrey for giving us a platform to share with you our thoughts, our feelings, our expressions of love, peace, and hope to you. So we say to you, have a wonderful evening, have a good night, and don't forget to come out next Wednesday. Like me on Facebook, and go to Zemrah1@yahoo.com if you have anything that you want to share with me, maybe a topic or something that you'd like for us to discuss. We're always open to that. If you want to have something important that you want to share on our 6 to 7 slot, you're always welcome to contact us and come on and talk about it. We love what we do. We love you. And we thank you for joining us this evening. I am Zemrah.
And I am Ed.
At IntellectualRadio.com.
We came that you might have life and have it more abundant.
I got it right this time. in the universe and ask just what is it worth to have or not to have the